Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh.
Hello guys, I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me today for this Divine Masculine reading. I'm going to use, first of all for this reading, I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle. I thought I'll start with that deck. So I hope you guys are well, like I said, and you're coping, because the energies are really intense and the Mercury retrograde is affecting so many things at the moment. So I do hope you're coping. I'm really, really excited and interested to see how the Divine Masculine's energy is today. It's again another powerful week. The weekly reading, as you know, was very powerful, very emotional. And I did yesterday a communication and confession reading, I'd love to say to you as well, and that was very powerful. So I'm interested to see what cards come out today. If you are new, welcome to my channel, Align with My Soul. My name is Zoe, and thank you to all of you for your support, your love, your donations, and taking the time to comment, sharing your stories and your encouragement, and just sharing your love with me. It means so much to me to be connected with people in the same or similar situation to me. So my readings are timeless as well, so it doesn't matter when you've clicked on this video. If the message resonates, it means it's for you. And I use the labels Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because that's how I channel. It's easier for you to understand. So just put it into your situation, how it resonates. I do realise it's just energy, so don't be offended. Right, let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculines. What energy are they in today? What they're going through, what they're experiencing, how they're feeling. So let's see. Co-create. And there's an owl in this as well. And I saw an owl this morning on the way to work. And there's a leopard and an egg ready to hatch. So they are co-creating, they are working with the universe, they're working with God, they are going with the flow. So they are in tune with source at the moment. They're getting the guidance, and yeah, they're co-creating. So let's see what it says. I really like this deck as well because it has a relationship message. So let's see. And it's 40. So 40 is, number 4 is a powerful number because it's building foundations. So let's see. Okay. And it's 150th page. Okay, the essential meaning is creativity, art, inspiration, fruition and manifestation. So they could be doing something creative to help them express themselves at the moment, and it's about inspiration, having inspiration, and they are getting the guidance and the wisdom that they're wanting, and that's why the owl is in this picture. They are having downloads of information of how to deal with this situation at the moment, and how they're coming forward, how they're going to take this action towards you. So they're working with the universe, and they are in that space of being able to get the information they want, in being open to it and not resisting anymore, allowing themselves to be open, because they're in the heart space, their heart chakra has been cracked open. So they are co-creating. So you may not consider yourself as a creative person, but in fact you're creating reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are the spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with the universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create, only beauty and grace result. Prepared to be amazed. Yeah, so they're working with the universe, they're working with God, they're creating, and they know they are managing their thoughts, their ego, and their higher self. They have this balance within them now. So but you know, they know what their intentions are, and they're aligning with that. They're not allowing the ego to take over anymore. They're aligning and managing their thoughts and changing their thoughts into positivity, because they know that this is creating the next moment, creating their future. And we know that they are so committed to this journey now, and they're wanting this new start, this new beginning. Or they're already in the new start and new beginning because they've made this commitment, but they're managing their thoughts and their feelings and beliefs, and they know they're putting this into practice now. They're working with God, the higher power, whatever word, like it says in the book that your divine masculine uses. They're using this paintbrush to create this beautiful life that they're wanting. They are working with the higher power, and this is creating miracles. And as I always say, miracles are happening to us all the time. It's about how awake or how aware we are of them, and divine masculines are awake enough to realise this and noticing this. And let's see what the relationship message is. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening up to new ideas you would never have to come to on your own. You're looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is the extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Yeah. As I keep saying, their heart chakra is open. Their heart is open. They're in their heart space. This is activated now. So your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So they are so connected, and they're in their heart space. And as I always say, and I've been saying for a long time, their perception has changed, their outlook has changed towards everything because of this transformation, the rebirth, because of this new beginning, of them committing to themselves, to the journey to God, and allowing life to flow, to get the guidance, allowing the guidance and everything to flow into them, what they're wanting, because they are so much more peaceful within themselves, because they're believing in themselves, they're looking at themselves in a different way. They're realising how amazing they are, they're realising how magnificent they are, and this is making them feel so much happier, experiencing this love towards themselves, which is helping them radiate that to the world and that's how it's helping them look at this situation, this relationship with you differently. So the divine masculines are being so supported, and they're working with God and being creative and creating and this new life. They're creating this life that they intend to have. They have intention, and they're taking actions, and their beliefs and their thoughts, they're managing those. They're able to, they realise that how important it is to manage their thoughts and not allow the negativity, the toxicity and the old belief systems to get in the way anymore. They're creating this new life, this new adventure, this new beginning, this just everything's new, but they're so conscious, and because they're so aware and so conscious, this is where they're getting the wisdom of how to deal with this. And this egg here is just so ready to burst and hatch open. So how amazing is that? This is about them having this relationship with themselves and God, and creating this beautiful life that they're wanting, and this beautiful relationship they're wanting with you. They're aligning with their soul, they're aligning with the miracles, and they're, signs and synchronicities are being sent to my mind. They're aware of the signs and synchronicities, of what's happening around them. That's giving them confirmation and guidance of how to deal with this situation. So next I'm going to use the Archangel Animal Oracle deck. So that was positive, wasn't it, guys? And the owl, how amazing is that? Because I saw an owl sitting on a fence this morning on the way to work when I was driving to work. So that's beautiful. And it just looked like that owl there. Right, what else is going on with the divine masculine today? What energy then? How are they feeling? What are they experiencing? We know that they're working with God, and they're creating this beautiful life. They're taking action. They know how important it is to have this balance. Because they're connecting with God, they're getting this download of information. They're wanting to deal with this situation because they're open. They're not blocked off anymore. They're not blocking this. They're allowing to be open to love because they're feeling love towards themselves and changing their view on life and everything around them and the situation, this relationship. They're coming from the heart. And as I always say, love does conquer all. And we all have it in us. We all have that strength within us. No matter what's going on external to us, we have that within us to change it into love. Sometimes we're more challenged than others, but we can do that. Let's see what else. Horse. Care for others and let them be free. Horse is about freedom, being free. They're freeing themselves from this uncomfortable, negative, toxic energy, releasing the belief patterns, the mentality of lack. They've changed this into looking at everything through the eyes of love, changing their perception of everything and how they know that everything can work out. It doesn't have to all be a problem, or they're working through the illusions and they're finding this freedom. It's about finding their freedom. So I'm still going to read the guidebook for extra guidance, but I know that horse represents freedom and it's about being free, and they're freeing themselves from this. And because they're freeing themselves from this is where they're getting so much download and wisdom to take action and movement forwards, and they're working with God. They're trusting. This all means about trusting, believing. It's just completely changed everything. So let's see horse 66, which I love 66 because it's peace and harmony. Okay, horses incarnate from Lacumae, the ascended aspect of Sirius, and these elegant, refined and magnificent creatures are all fifth dimensional. Their sole contract is to serve humanity, while in the return we agree to look after them, honour them and let them be free. These beautiful animals have huge heart centres. Come on, you cannot make this stuff up. That's what I've been going on about. And there has always been a strong bond of love between them and humans. They are great healers and have special closeness with children. They are linked with Angel Mary, who pours her divine healing light through them. Recently, when enough people raised their frequency, Archangel Christiel entered the universe through the cross-shaped stargate in Lyra and poured divine feminine light through the moon onto the casual chakras of all. It affected everyone, but particularly the sensitive, refined, high-frequency horses, and reactivated their higher mission, which is to bring Earth into divine perfect balance. Can you believe all these words are coming out that I've mentioned already? The guidance is, this card calls you to expand your heart centre and focus on your noble qualities and aspirations. You are reminded that in order to honour others and let them be free, you must first respect yourself and set yourself free. They're respecting themselves, they're loving themselves, they realise how amazing, like I said, and magnificent, and this is setting them free, which is setting everybody around them free as well, because they are just shining their light and love towards everybody. This is changing other people as well. This is healing other people because they're setting themselves free by respecting themselves, by loving themselves. So tune into the great universal Angel Mary and let her wonderful healing divine feminine light bathe you and dissolve the old. Then take decisions that chime with you and light you up. Visualise the full moon or look at it as if you can. Be aware of Archangel Christiel's shimmering milky white light extending to your third eye and a magnificent pure white unicorn walking along the light to touch you. This will start to activate your own personal great soul qualities. Watch a higher path unfold, yeah. How amazing is this? And in the card, you know, we've got the unicorn, and it's got the rainbow colours and so much beautiful light. And then we've got the green for the heart chakra, because they're coming from heart space. Their heart is opened and they're setting themselves free, because they are coming, you know, they have this love in their heart. They're looking at everything through the eyes of love, and that is the art of this journey, is creating what we think is a negative situation or a problem into a positive, and putting love into it. Even when we're going crazy and we're being triggered about something, at that time it's uncomfortable or whatever, but then we learn from it and then we do convert it into love. That always happens. Even when, if I'm having a trigger, or at the time it's uncomfortable and I allow it, I'm aware of it, how it's affecting me, but then when it passes, you know, I know that I'm learning from it, and I'm able to put that love into it, to know, have the strength within me to turn it into love, to know that it is happening because of love, to show me something, to help me, and to have compassion and forgiveness is such an amazing experience to be able to do as well, to find that within you, to have compassion and forgiveness towards others and yourself. It's so healing, and so loving. So every situation can be turned into love, and the Divine Masculines are setting themselves free. They're loving themselves, they're respecting themselves, they're looking at them into the mirror and looking and realising who they really are. They haven't got this distorted image of themselves anymore. It's getting clearer and clearer and clearer of who they really are. They're giving this respect to themselves. They're realising how amazing and beautiful they are, and how deserving they are of this love, God's love and your love, which is just transforming everything in their life, and the miracles and the wisdom that they're receiving is miracles. Shitty times is miracles, because you're again learning from it and you're being protected. You know, at the time we might think, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? But there's always a higher purpose for your higher good. It always ends up like that. At the time it's not nice, but it's all about, in the end, you understand it and you think, oh my goodness, I was so protected, I've been so looked after, and you just feel amazing after you've had a shitty time, really, because you think, what a miracle, how I was so saved. You could be really uptight about something, thinking, why hasn't that worked out, or why is this taking so long, or why didn't this happen? But there's always a reason for it. When you actually take your ego out of it and you have your little paddy about something, when you actually align with your soul again, you do get the downloads and the wisdom of, you realise, oh my goodness, that was a miracle actually, because if that had happened, I wouldn't be who I am now, or I wouldn't have learnt. So I hope you know what I'm saying, and I'm not rambling on too much. Right, I'm going to use the power of love. I'm only going to use 3 cards because I don't want to make them too long, because I do go on a bit and I don't want to bore you. But I always feel there's so much information that comes through me that I need to get across. It might come across a bit basic, or I don't know, but there's obviously something that's got to come out at the moment with me, because I just go on and on and on, that I need to share with you of what I understand the journey to be, and how it works, and the knowledge that I've learned. And basically, love is the answer. When you can get yourself in a place of love and find that inner peace, whatever you're experiencing, and that you're aware of how you're feeling, life just is amazing. And life is supposed to be amazing. We're not supposed to be experiencing all this upset. And I'm going to put the cards up a little bit so you can see them. What else do we need to know today of the Divine Masculines? What they're experiencing, how they're feeling. Gratitude, yeah, they're feeling very grateful for this journey. They're just, because of this love, and again it's the green card, gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. Yes, because I just said what I've just said. How can you believe that this is coming out? They realise all the different things that they've experienced. They're grateful for that now because it's made them who they are today. They've got so much more awareness and consciousness and experiencing so much love. Before, they was blocking so much out of their life because they wasn't allowing love in, and now their heart is open to receiving this love. They're learning not to be afraid, that it's safe to be loved, to them to feel good about themselves and to receive your love. And a lot of you could be thinking, well, my Divine Masculine, you know, he's so hard and so cold, and he doesn't show his love, and I just keep giving and giving my love and he doesn't return it. It's because they're scared, they're afraid because of things that have happened to them before in their life. You know, hurts, deep hurts within them, wounds that were within them. So they have all this love that they want to express to you. They want to show their love to you, but they have been blocking your love, so they haven't really been receiving your love. Even though you feel like you've been giving it, they haven't allowed themselves to receive your love because they've just blocked. Everything was blocked, all the shock was just blocked because they're so afraid and so hurt, and love just seemed to hurt them, you know. And now that they have had this transformation, we had yesterday in the communication, I am transforming. And when you can get yourself in a place of gratitude, again, everything just flows and you just feel delightful. You're just so happy, you're in such a good energy, and that is what they're so grateful for the experiences that they've had so far on this journey. They're understanding it. At the time, maybe they was like, oh my, you know, they was feeling pretty shitty like you have done. But as I said, after that time of shittiness passes, you are grateful for that experience because you've learnt so much from it and you've converted it into love. And this is what we've learnt so much on this journey, is just converting everything into love to find that compassion and forgiveness. And when we can do that, this is when we set ourselves free. And Divine Masculines are so grateful for this relationship with you, so grateful to having all this awareness, having connected with the higher power, to God, the universe. They just feel so grateful and overwhelmed with love. And it is very emotional when you feel grateful, when you just feel this unconditional love, and you just, magic happens to you. The slightest thing could happen, but it's magic, when you see something or you've asked something to happen and it appears and stuff. You just can't believe it's happening. And the Divine Masculines are feeling so grateful. They're just so grateful. Most importantly, they're grateful and respecting themselves, but so grateful to have this experience. Now they have the understanding, now they are awake, now they're in this heart space full of love. They're so grateful, and they're so grateful for you. That's helped them align with who they really are, who they truly are, and who they want to be, their authentic self. And the fear and the doubt is just gradually just fading away. They're in their power now. They're allowing the love to come in more than the doubt and the fear. And they're seeing this. They're seeing the results of this. They're not listening to the bullshit of the doubt and the fear and thinking they're not good enough and they're not worthy. And the things that we think that are problems on this journey. They're illusions. There always is a solution. Always. It can be quite challenging and painful to get through the illusions and change things within us and around us. But once you do that, once you actually go through the door of fear, you realise that actually fear is an illusion. and that you're always taken care of when you put your trust in God, when you put your trust in the universe, when you know that you're being protected and you're safe. So I'm going to get the communications now. We love this bit, don't we? What they'd love to communicate with you. The divine masculine, the divine masculine messages of love from Liz Harris, guided by angels. And then I'm going to go to my pots to see what they'd love to communicate today. But they're working, they're co-creating, working with God, the universe, the higher power. They're going with the flow. They're receiving everything that they need to help them. That one flew out. I desire you on every level. They do desire you on every level. And that's really hard sometimes for the divine the divine feminines to take on board, like I always say, because we always think, oh no. However you feel about your divine masculine, they feel exactly the same about you. But it's so hard sometimes to accept that. And it's hard for the divine masculines to accept that, because they're like, well, why, do they really, is this really true? Do they really love me this much? Is this possible? That's the thoughts and things that we have. That's what the ego, we question it, don't we? They desire you on every level, not just in the physical way. They desire everything about you, everything you do, everything that you are. They love you. If only we knew this. If only we actually sort of really believed this. And it's such, this journey is about ourselves and having a relationship with ourselves. Why is it so difficult to know how amazing we are, to love ourselves? Why is that so difficult? It's just so silly, really, isn't it? Because we should love ourselves, because the greatest love of all is loving ourselves, and this is what we're learning to do. But it is a challenging one. For me, it's just very painful and challenging to do that, to allow this to happen. Oops. I hope we can start again. So they want this new start with you. They want to come towards you, and they want, they hope that there can be a new start, and there will be a new start. Because if you have the same understanding and awareness as me, you'll be in a place where that you are going to have this fresh start with your divine masculine. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this reading right now. It would be a waste of time if you're not wanting to have a fresh start with your divine masculine. So they want this new start with you. They want, they want to know that they can have this fresh start with you, because they desire you on every level, and they're feeling so grateful for this relationship. Don't give up on me. So again, if you're not seeing what you want in the 3D, don't give up on your divine masculine. This is really important at the moment. You could be being tested big time at the moment, triggered, and I feel that divine feminines are being really tested, and they're having to release a lot of doubts and fears and past hurts and wounds and things. You've got to work through these triggers, or maybe there's something that's happening around you at the moment that's could be triggering you. Maybe it's your divine masculine that's triggering you. Whatever that situation, you've got to see beyond that and not get in a place of being angry and disappointed and thinking, well, I can't see anything happening yet, that's it, I'm done. And I know that we all do that. We do all do that, but don't give up. It's really important. Don't give up on your divine masculine, and God puts it in place anyway that you never do give up on your divine masculine, because the love, you're meant to be with your divine masculine. You're meant to come back together again, and you can't give up on your divine masculine anyway, because you love them so much. It's put in place that you just cannot move on. You cannot give up on them, even though you might say, oh, that's it, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore, blah blah blah. Something always happens, because God comes in. So The divine masculines are desiring you on every level. They're thinking about you, and they're thinking about, you know, they want to have this new start with you. They hope they can have this start with you, which I know that you can have this start with you if you're in a place like me. Otherwise, like I said, you wouldn't be watching this video, because you do hope for a new fresh start. And they just don't give up. Don't sink into this low vibrational energy, this conflict at the moment with what's going on with Mercury retrograde. It affects so many things. Rise above it. I'm feeling very delicate, sensitive, but at the same time I'm allowing that process to happen, and I'm aware that none of it's real anyway. It's illusions, it's triggers, it's ridiculous. But I am climbing and ploughing through the illusions, the triggers, or whatever. I'm just being. And if I'm, you know, feeling delicate, feeling negative or whatever, I'm just allowing it, because I know that it'll pass and that I'm learning from it. It makes you feel so much safer. It's uncomfortable and challenging, I know, but there's always love at the end of it, and so much growth at the end of it. So just keep going, guys. Keep moving through the triggers, the illusions, because so much is happening through what you can't see. And if you actually sit quietly and be in silence, you know within you there's so much change happening, and you know that you've had this shift. So your divine masculines are having this shift, and they are progressing so beautifully, and they are doing their work. However that may seem to you, or may seem to your ego, this is happening. Sorry, I'm going to be doing my energy pots. Sorry. Growth, there you go. How many times have I said growth through this reading? They're growing all the time. They're moving forwards. They're reaching out. They're taking action. You might have action in the 3D, and you might have had your divine masculine reach out to you. And if you haven't, there's still growth going on, because whatever they're doing, it's movement forwards. Every day there's movement forwards. There's growth in every experience they're having. And they're in the space of love, their heart space. And 2 wanted to come. Actually, loads come out there, so I'm going to take them. What is it? Children. So, children could be involved in this situation with your divine masculine. The relationship with your divine masculine could, involve children on your side or his side. Or you may have children with your divine masculine, and your divine masculine would like to have children with you. So, or you both have children and you want to have more children. They're thinking about this, or just put it into your situation how it resonates. But children comes up an awful lot in this, in my reading. So this is important to the divine masculines. And I always think about releasing the inner child as well. They could be dealing with that, in that energy. Heart, yeah. Heart. They're in their heart space. Love. Can you believe this, guys? This is just magical, isn't it? Thank you. This is their love. Love is the answer. They're feeling this love. They're in their heart space, thinking about children, having babies with you, and or they're thinking about coming together as a family with children that they have or you have, and they've had so much growth. So how amazing is that? What they love to communicate with you. My pots, we know that they want you to give up on them, and they want this fresh start with you, and they desire you on every level. What else would they say to you today? Let's see. Can you believe that all those ones come out and everything I've said? I love you with all my heart. That's what they'll say to you today. They love you with all their heart. And how fun is that? Love and heart in there again, in that communication. Oh my goodness. See what else I would say to you today. I want to hold you in my arms and never let you go. Yeah. They want to hold you in their arms and never let you go, because they just want to love you and show you this love. They're ready to do this. They're doing everything that they've been guided to do. That's the most important thing that you need to know, that they've been guided to do everything they need to do right now. And you have to let go of the timing. You have to let go of the control. You have to just trust and know that everything's how it should be right now. And they are getting that wisdom and guidance and courage and strength, growth to come towards you. And it'll be when God decides, when the universe decides that it's meant to happen. And I never put a timing on, you know, my readings. I never say, well, it's going to happen, you know, on this day or that day, because everyone's situation is different. So just let go about the time. Just be happy. Just feel this love. Just cherish this love and know that your Divine Masculine loves you. And you know that when you're honest with yourself, when you're speaking truth to yourself and trusting yourself, connecting with yourself. You know all of this that's happening at the moment anyway. And everything's happening how it should be right now. And the ego is going to kick off and say, I want it now. But the ego isn't, you know, you need to be coming from the soul. You need to align with your soul and just be. And when you can do that, your Divine Masculine will come to you anyway, when you let go of control and you allow God to allow this plan to unfold. You know, God is God's plan. God's in charge. And it will happen when it's meant to. When you believe, that's when it shows up. That's when you align. So, I hope you enjoyed that masculine reading. I'm going to do one for you now. So, what should I get for you guys? I think I'm going to go for the power of love as well for you guys today. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. I always did enjoy doing this anyway. So sometimes it is quite painful because lots of stuff comes up within us, doesn't it, when we hear these messages? Because it's just so, this love is so overwhelming. And everyone around us just thinks we're crazy in the 3D. And it looks like we're making fools of ourselves. And it's so lonely sometimes, even though we know that God's looking after us and we're safe and we're protected. It feels very lonely at times. So that's why I love doing this channel, because I'm close to people that understand me and I can help other people believe in themselves and believe in this journey. Because some channels are all about, well, they talk about the twin flame thing, but they actually, they say on about, oh well, you're not, you know, as if you're not meant to be with your twin. You're meant to be with your twin. You're one soul. That makes me very, that triggers me. Because you are meant to be with your Divine Masculine. When you believe and you find inner peace, you just be, you align with who you are. So when you align with your soul, your Divine Masculine comes back to you. That's how it works. And you are on this journey to be with your Divine Masculine. The love that you feel for this physical person is is directing you and pushing you to get to the place of unconditional love, because it's so powerful. It's giving you the strength. It's giving you the power. I can't think of the word that is I'm trying to think of, but you are going to be with your Divine Masculine. And I don't agree with people that say that you're not going to be with your Divine Masculine. You're not going to come together. This is divine relationship. God has put this in place, and it's, you know, this, you have to be away from the physical person to do this preparation, to deal with the things that you have to deal with and heal and get rid of. But you wouldn't experience this kind of love, this unconditional love that you cannot put into words. It's unexplainable. You wouldn't experience that, and then it's taken away from you. The physical person, it doesn't work like that. So that's, I mean, some of you might be chucking something at the screen at me or whatever, but that is how that's, you know, where I'm coming from. That's what I believe and what I know. So let's see what the message is for you. Forgiveness. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Yeah. So it's really important that we have this forgiveness, and I feel that you divine feminines have got yourself in a place of forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself, forgiving yourself. Not keep beating yourself up about everything and thinking this about yourself, thinking that about yourself, and just forgiving yourself, or things that you think that you've done wrong, forgiving yourself. And this is about forgiving others around you, things that have happened in the past, and most importantly, forgiving your divine masculine. You have to forgive, otherwise you're just going to have this toxic, negative emotion in you that is just, you know, it's no good. It doesn't help you move forwards. It just makes you stay stuck and makes you very miserable. So when you get into a place of forgiveness and gratitude, you're just in a completely new energy, and you just look at things differently, you feel differently, and you receive this beautiful energy, the higher vibrational energy. So forgiveness is so important. And you need to forgive your divine masculine. And some of you are like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're saying that. He's done this, he's done that, she's done this, she's done that, whatever. It doesn't matter. And as I always say, you don't always have to have, you know, and if it's somebody else other than your divine masculine, you don't have to have the person or a situation in your life. It's about stepping back and giving forgiveness to get that energy, being that energy of forgiveness. Make healthy boundaries if it's a person that's hurt you in the past and you don't want them in your life. Just make healthy boundaries and forgive them, and realise that things have happened for a reason and what you learn from it, and to be compassionate about towards others as well in situations. But most importantly, forgive your divine masculine, because whatever's happened in the past is in the past, and the divine masculine has dealt with the situation how they could at the time, with the ability and the tools that they had at the time. And they didn't just wake up one morning and decide, oh my goodness, I'm going to hurt this, my divine feminine, I'm going to do this to her, I'm going to do that to her. And those hurts and those triggers that you experience from your divine masculine, your divine masculine was just reflecting back to you what you needed to deal with within you, the hurt that's within you, the wounds that are within you, because your divine masculine loves you more than anybody has ever loved you before, because the greatest love of all is loving yourself and your one soul. He loves you, or she loves you more than anything. More than anybody's ever loved you. And sometimes it seems like it's in a cruel way, and you have all these different experiences and you're like, I cannot believe this. But it's for a reason. It's for you to deal with something that's within you. And then when you deal with what's within you and heal those wounds, let go of past hurts, you have that shift within you, and then your divine masculine feels that shift within him, and he deals with it and heals his wounds. And the you know, the stuff that's within him that's stopping him from receiving love and sharing his love. Your divine masculine isn't hurting you purposely. He's reflecting back to you what you need to sort out within yourself to make you grow and have a better life, to be free from those past hurts and those wounds, to be free, to find inner peace to find love for yourself. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's very emotional, but it's the truth. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. So forgive, guys. Just forgive whatever's happened, put behind you, move forwards, and obviously most importantly forgive yourself if there's something that stands out that you keep beating yourself up about. Let go. Be in the present moment, because the present moment creates the next moment, and you will, if you can get yourself in the gratitude and forgiveness and compassion and just in the energy of love, the next moment's going to be beautiful and amazing, isn't it? Because that's going to just bring back more and more to you. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. If you would like a private reading for a clearer message on your unique twin flame journey, just email me. It's in the description box down below, and I can book you in, and I'd love to do that for you. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe if you feel connected with me, and like the video and share the video because it helps my channel grow. I do have PayPal as well, so if you feel like you'd like to donate and support my channel, I'd be very excited and very happy. And I do have an Amazon wish list as well, so I'm sorry about my words as well at the moment, guys. Just I'm very clumsy at the moment with my words, but I hope I've given you a clear message, and always remember that I'm thinking about you guys, and I'm sending my love, my support, my strength and light to you all, and I love you all so much. Stay focused and keep believing. See ya.
Oh, what's your soul saying?